welcome to Inner Circle Guidance. Today we're going to be doing a collective reading, but for those of you who are new to the circle, hello and welcome. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I post new readings every single day. And if you're looking for personal services or personal readings, I offer them through my website, innercircleguidance.com. Let's find out what the circle needs to know today. Okay, so the card that fell out was Death and Rebirth. We have the Six of Wands. We have the Hermit. We have the Star. We have the Queen of Wands. We have the Eight of Cups. We have the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck. For those of you who have been questioning whether or not you are on the right path, I'm seeing that you are. This is your confirmation with the Four of Wands. You are exactly where you are meant to be at this time. You are moving forward in the right energy. You're on the right path. This is your confirmation here. Fours have to do with foundation. So for those of you who are resonating with this energy of change, with things ending and new things beginning, you are now in the beginning stages of what you want to put your focus into for this next cycle. What is going to be the main thing or things that you want to put your time and energy into? The Four of Wands is an indication that the universe is willing to support you, but is sort of waiting for instruction, so to speak. The other thing about fours is that typically when you see fours, whatever the next three-digit repeating number that you see is going to have some sort of major influence in the next cycle that you are entering. For those of you who are receiving a lot of angel numbers at this time, it's important that you pay attention to the angel numbers that you're receiving, as it will give you some insight as to certain things you can expect, or there will be specific guidance for your individual journeys. Now, what I'm seeing with this Death and Rebirth is we are shifting here into another timeline. New energies coming about, and some of the things that you can sort of expect here is there's going to be some sort of success that's going to be coming in. You may be stepping into the spotlight, quite literally for some of you. There may be some fame involved, or you may be taking on a leadership position. There may be a lot of eyes on you and a lot of energy. But what I'm hearing is that you want to be careful with what you put out to the people that are around you, because at this time, there's still a transition happening. You haven't fully come out of whatever this death and rebirth cycle is. You're still in the transitory phase of shifting. And for that reason, much of your energy needs to be protected at this time. So this is not a time for you to be getting a bunch of people involved in your plans. This is a time to be getting very clear on what you want to focus on, how you want to move forward, and what you want to achieve next. I'm also hearing that there's going to be a lot more attention and a lot more eyes on you, which means that you're going to need to be careful also of the way that you're carrying yourself. Make sure that you are acting with kindness and you are acting as a leader through example. There's a lot more eyes on you than you recognize at this time, and that may come into play in some major way later down the line. The other thing I'm seeing here is you're going to be receiving a lot of divine guidance, but you're also going to be able to put your order in, so to speak, like I said earlier with this Four of Wands. But the universe is telling you to make sure that whatever wishes that you are giving to the universe at this time are well thought out wishes that you really want on a deep level, and to be careful what you wish for, as it's likely to come true. So that also means that you need to be intentional with the way you're moving forward. I'm also hearing with the Hermit and the Star that there's some sort of energy that's going to be coming in here of healing. There's going to be an energy coming in of clarity. There's going to be an energy here of inner wisdom and divine guidance. You're going to need to make sure that you are taking care of yourself at this time, because I'm hearing that with the Queen of Wands and the Six of Wands on the table, there is the potential for you to get burnt out if you're not careful with balancing your energy and balancing your time and what energy you're giving to other people or other things. I'm also hearing there's a potential for some distractions to come along, mainly because it's like the universe is currently not certain exactly what it is you want. So you may be getting a lot of options, but you're being guided to slow down and really think through these options so that you can decide which ones are actually best for you and for you. Don't just act on the first things that come along. I'm also seeing with the Eight of Cups that you may be walking away from certain situations. There's shadows in the water here, and there's actually a cup that is sinking. So there may be situations in your life that are still closing out. There may be situations that you have invested a lot of time and energy and focus into, and the ship is sinking and you may need to abandon ship. That could be various reasons. It could be that there's a lack of fulfillment or motivation, because we have wands on the table here, that it just doesn't bring about the same level of passion, or it could be a lack of authenticity. Whatever it is though, you're going to need to allow certain bowls in your life to sink, so to speak, but understand that the ones and the paths that you are meant to take and that you're meant to nurture, there'll be some sort of passion there, like there is with this bowl here that's floating this cup with fire in it. There'll be sort of indications from your intuition that will tell you which things are still worth your time and effort and which things you need to lay to rest or walk away from. I'm also seeing here that for some of you, you may have sort of gone through this process. Like I keep seeing this woman here who walked out of the water, and it's like she's trying to carry all of her stuff across the water, and the water becomes very deep and ends up losing half of it. Some of you may be in that energy where you may have gotten in over your head, or things may have spun out of control in some way, or you may have had a plan and the plan sort of went haywire and you may have lost things, or things were taken from you in that process. You're being told not to worry about the lack and loss that you've had, or the lack and loss you've had from the past. This new cycle is going to refill you, renew you, rebuild you. It's going to give you more of the things that you desire, and it's going to replace the things that you've lost with better. So anything that's leaving you at this time, it's being divinely guided. Now, that doesn't always mean that there's no pain or disappointment involved in the ending of something, but it does mean that this is going to be for your highest good. So you are meant to mourn anything that you're meant to mourn at this time, grieve it, accept it, heal from it, move forward. For those of you where it's not a painful process, it's more of an acknowledgement and a recognition that you are meant to come to. You are being prompted to reflect on what has been working and what has not. Reflect on your successes and your perceived failures. Take the lessons and apply them moving forward, but also be very honest with yourself about what is actually bringing fulfillment to you and what is not. And that's what you're being prompted to do at this time. Eights also have to do with abundance. So for some of you, you may have gotten really good at manifesting a certain type of abundance. Say you've manifested many ideas or a lot of free time, but maybe you're lacking, say, in the material aspect of money, or you're lacking in health, or you're lacking in some sort of other area of your life. You're being prompted to take up study on how to shift your energy and your mindset and things for that specific type of abundance, because abundance comes in many ways, but you're also being prompted in this new era that you're stepping into and transitioning into to recognize that by being more open to abundance in general, that more of it will flow into the various areas of your life. Some of you may have been going after certain types of abundance the wrong way, and that is going to become very clear to you through this transitional phase where you are going to be receiving divine guidance and you're going to find new ways to get things done how you want them done, but in ways that'll be easier and with less resistance. So this is your reading. If it resonated with you, don't forget to like this video and comment your affirmation down below. Your affirmation for this reading is, I release what is not mine with grace and gratitude. And as always, may your life be full of light, full of love, abundance, and gratitude. I'll see you next time.